16 celebrities have been battling it out to win the coveted MasterChef crown.
It's do or die today, isn't it?
These celebrities have already reached the top of their profession.
But can they cut it in the kitchen?
Going home's definitely not an option.
No one remembers second place. I want to be in that final three.
May the best chef win.
Cooking doesn't get tougher than this.
It's the last of the Celebrity MasterChef semi-finals. Throughout this week, these 4 celebrities have been pushed to their culinary limits.
The bar's been raised, the standard of cooking is higher from everybody, and if you drop below, it's not good enough.
The pressure steps up a notch with each round. You can't even explain it.
Now just one challenge stands between them and a place in the final.
I'm really into it now and I really don't want to go home.
This day's by far the biggest one. You got to go for it, haven't you?
Today they will be cooking for 3 of the country's most feared restaurant critics.
Critics have fierce reputations. John, if it's not absolutely right, they will say so. Bring it on.
All that separates you now from a place in the final 3 are 3 courses of absolute stunning food.
1 hour and 45 minutes. Good luck. Let's cook. Nick, actor, the longest serving member of Hollyoaks. He huffs, he puffs.
This is a meltdown. Oh, mate, I don't know what to do now.
But he has style. He has a very good palate.
Happy days.
You're literally one step away from being in the final, and then if you get knocked out now, God, I don't even want to think about it.
Nick, when you started MasterChef, did you have any idea that you would be so enthralled, captivated?
Not at all. It's absolutely taken over my life, to be honest.
What are you making?
I'm going to do a scallop ceviche, and I'm going to do a fillet of beef with fondant potato, and then apple tart tatin.
So today, are you going to go home with a big smile or tears in your eyes?
But hopefully, I can. It can be a big smile today. Got a 1 in 4 chance of going through, so a 1 in 3 chance, isn't it? So I don't know. It's not bad odds.
You got 3 in 4 chance of going through, 1 in 4 chance of going home.
Right. That's
Your
it.
maths is rubbish, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, well, I'm an actor, aren't I?
Nick's menu is clever and it's actually quite classic.
Every restaurant critic ever has had a tartare and had a very good one and a really bad one. I think he is playing with fire right now.
Phil Vickery, England rugby captain, World Cup winner. That man is a natural cook.
Wow. His food is now robust but with elegance. I never expected something as pretty and as tasty as a dish like that from you, ever. That guy has discovered his style, he's sticking with it, and he loves to cook.
You can't sit back and rest on your laurels. It's about today, it's about what you're doing right now, it's about what's going out on that plate.
Phil, does it worry you feeding restaurant critics?
It does, it worries me feeding anyone, but particularly with people who actually know exactly how it's supposed to taste.
What's your menu today?
I'm doing pigeon breast for a starter with some apple, hui lentils with duck breast, and chocolate brownie with some cream and cherries for dessert.
Nice menu. Are the family proud of what you've done here?
My little man wants to know why I'm not at home as much. It'll mean an awful lot to him. But more than anything, I'm proud of being here and what I've done.
Phil's got a nice menu, got pigeon breast, got to get the balance right. And
Chinese dessert is dangerous because it's got to find a way to make it look simply stunning. A chocolate brownie looking stunning, really? You've had half an hour. Half an hour gone.
What am I doing? Have a word with yourself, Nicholas.
Kirsty Walk is a respected journalist. Who knew that lady could cook like this?
I think that looks lovely. She just gets better and better and better.
Kirsty, I can honestly say, with my hand on my heart, I think your bowl of pasta is delicious.
I'm under enormous pressure to do well today. This is what I love to cook. So what I want to combine is great flavours and fine ingredients with a bit of flair.
Kirsty, what's at stake today?
Everything. So it's a case of raising my game as much as possible.
What are we making, Kirsty?
Smoked haddock and bacon souffle. Guinea fowls sautéed with morels on a parsnip and potato puree and with some just little barrels of courgette on the side. And then I'm making lemon tart with blueberries.
Wow.
The idea of the pudding is to be hopefully very, very tasty but simple and elegant.
We'll leave you to it, Kirsty.
Thank you very much.
Kirsty's given herself a huge amount of work to do. A haddock souffle to start, that's risky. If it doesn't work, you've got no way of saving it.
The main course? I don't know. Guinea fowl, parsnip mash and morels I think could be lovely. I'm not sure about all of them together.
30 minutes for your first course.
Danny is a renowned musician. John's so creative, so inventive, always lives on the edge.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to use it as glue. This is going to be covered. I'm going to fill in the cracks, cover it all up.
He's individual, he's exciting, he continues to wow. You know, if you've invented that out of your mind, that's great.
It's getting tougher every challenge. You have to think harder about, something that's really different that you haven't done before. I'd love to come out through the doors and feel, wow, I've done my best here.
Danny, you look like you're sort of at ease in here now.
At the moment, I'm thinking things might get a bit more tough as we go along.
What are you going to cook?
I'm doing a lobster fist to start. I'm doing wild trout with new potatoes and some sorted spinach and hollandaise sauce, and then rhubarb and strawberry souffle. It's kind of themed on a riverside pub lunch, maybe.
How close is this getting to the excitement of playing in the band?
It's pretty close, definitely. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it depends how good the gig is. You know what I mean? If you're playing in sort of Uzbekistan or something.
So it's better than a live gig in Uzbekistan?
Yes, I would say totally. Hand on heart, it's better than that.
Danny's menu is very, very interesting. The question has to be, will he have enough time to get enough flavour into a stock to make a decent soup?
As service looms, the critics arrive. Jay Rayner is a food and restaurant critic for The Observer. Tracy MacLeod writes for The Independent magazine. And Charles Campion is a food writer for The Evening Standard.
15 minutes and those critics are expecting some food.
It smells horrible, man.
What's it taste of?
It tastes of sort of cream and wine, flour.
Yeah. It ain't very good, is it?
I'm just going to try and save it a bit, but I'm so far behind now, it's not sweet.
Whilst Danny attempts to make his lobster bisque for the second time, the pressure is on Nick to serve the critics first.
It's an attractive menu. The dishes seem to fit together very well.
Scallop ceviche, so it's all about getting the marinade really cutting through and plenty of flavour.
There's a lot to get wrong. A lot of scallops could die in vain on that dish.
What you doing? What's going on?
It needs more seasoning.
Don't panic. Okay? Come on, Nick. Are we done? Can we go?
We can go on those.
Good luck.
Good afternoon. Hello. How are you all? Here you go. This is a scallop ceviche.
Thank you.
Nick is hoping to impress with his ceviche of scallops, avocado, onion, tequila and lime.
I have this little fantasy that once upon a time this was beautifully arranged on a plate, but unfortunately got dropped and he's had to make do and scooped it into the bowl because it is a bit of a mess.
The flavours are pretty well balanced. He's sort of understood the Mexican roots of the dish, and he's got avocado in there and fresh coriander leaves.
The flavours are indeed well balanced, but the textures are not. I mean, the big chunks of red onion, and there's a whole piece of lime here that I gave a good chewing to.
The greatest pitfall of a ceviche is you overdress it. Actually, he hasn't done that. So he should get thumbs up for that. He hasn't killed these poor scallops.
It's really refreshing. It's got strength and things like onion. It's got citrus in there as well. I think it's quite a beautiful thing, but I think it looks a little bit 70s garish. You've got 8 minutes before that main course goes out.
Fillet of beef with onion puree. It could all come off beautifully. It could, of course, be a total disaster.
You've got blood everywhere. Three minutes left, okay? All right, mushrooms, let's go. Looks good, mate. That's a man's meal.
Idiot.
What have you done?
A little bit.
Right, you done? Anything else to go on?
2 seconds. How long have I got? 30 seconds?
Now, we've got to go now. Done?
Yeah.
Good luck. Right, good.
A little bit of an issue with the doors. Okay. There you go.
Nick's main course is a fillet of beef on an onion puree, served with mushroom sauce and a fondant potato.
I want to give him top marks. Clearly, he hasn't overcooked this beef, but it also looks like he's then carved it up using a penknife.
The beef is cooked fairly accurately. It would have benefited from being cut a little thinner.
Do you know the one thing I really like, even though it's not a perfect fondant potato, is the potato.
Yes.
The texture's nice.
A lot of what Nick's done is actually pretty good. The mushroom sauce with a little bit of seasoning, it could have been the real deal, couldn't it?
Interesting looking dish. It doesn't look like very much, but it delivers quite nicely on flavour.
I love the beef with the sweet onion and the sweet mushroom sauce. I love that. Okay, pudding. Timing's brilliant. Okay, now pudding.
How long are those tarts going to take to cook in the oven?
They're going to take about 15.
Do me a favour, never ever do that again, okay? That sugar is presently at about 170 degrees.
Ah, all right.
You just burnt your tongue, haven't you?
Yeah.
How long have I got, Greg?
All right, get those in.
All right, boss.
Apple tart tatin, if it's well done, if it's correctly done, fantastic, bring it on.
I'm going to die. I'm just going to die.
You're setting yourself up for a fall, aren't you, if you do a great classic dish like that?
Wait, come on, careful. Yumster!
Thank you.
Enjoy. Thank you very much.
To finish, Nick has served apple tarte tatin with clotted cream.
For me, that's undercooked, rather soggy pastry, undercooked slightly apples. It's not as good as it should be.
Dare I say it, Charles Campion, you're being a little bit harsh there. Yeah, there's some soggy pastry in the middle, but I've had some really toffee caramelised bits around the edges. I have had much worse.
Actually tastes a lot better than it looks.
I think the flavours are really good. I think the pastry's not cooked enough. Yeah.
Oh, mate.
It was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I compare it to, I've done opening nights in the West End, and it's it's worse than that. I'm sort of still in a bit of a daze about it. I'll tell you one thing, I'm glad it's over. Put it that way, I'm glad it's over.
7 or 8 minutes before you wow them. You all right, Phil?
Yep. Which brings us to Phil Vickery's menu. I do like pigeon breast, I'm very fond of it, but it can be as tough as anything if you don't cook it for the right amount of time and rest it.
Time check, please.
4 minutes.
Okay, what else to go on? Black pudding and sauce, yeah? Running a bit over. Bit of an apology out there wouldn't go amiss. Good luck.
Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Apologies for the slight delay.
Thanks, Phil.
Phil has served a starter of seared pigeon breast on roasted apples with black pudding cubes, pea shoots and a cider jus.
I don't think I've ever seen such a marked contrast between the appearance of a chef and the appearance of a dish.
I like the apple and I like the crispness of the black pudding and the little sort of earthiness you get from that. I think this is quite sophisticated.
Although there isn't a lot of this cider jus, when you taste the pigeon, it's just added that little bit of sweetness to it. I think this is really nice.
There are some nice flavours here, but for my taste, the pigeon is very, very undercooked. It's very tender, but then raw meat tends to be.
That is lovely. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. I think that spicy black pudding with those sour, sweet apples, that perfectly cooked piece of pigeon, is delicious. I really, really like that. What do you got to do with this main?
I've got to make sure that duck's cooked properly and rested.
How long is it going to take to cook and rest?
At least 7 to 10 minutes really for it to rest properly.
Duck breast with pre lentils and spinach. Something that you might make at home for your supper if you didn't have that much time.
A bit odd to have a pigeon breast as your opening move and then a duck breast as your second move. Pity there wasn't a goose breast pudding, really, isn't it?
We are 5 minutes over. Just herbs go on. Let's go.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you. There you go.
Phil has served his duck breast on top of pancetta and carrot lentils with micro red chard.
It smells terrific, I have to say. There's quite a lot to say about this dish, but the thing that's I really, really like, the lentils with lumps of smoky pancetta in there. Terrific. Really, really well done.
This is a surprisingly delicate plateful, and the flavours are delicate as well.
It's carefully judged, he hasn't overdone it, it's nicely seasoned. What's not to like?
I think the duck is cooked beautifully. So much flavour in those lentils. There's sweetness, there's a little bit of acidity as well. I think that's lovely. Can we, on your dessert, just please, just for me, on time, 12 minutes from now.
Chocolate brownie's always a winner, if it's properly soggy. Could work for me.
Phil, how long? You promised me 12.
I promise you, I'll make sure I get there.
How are you going to stop them from rolling when you're carrying the plates? I'm not quite sure.
Walk like a soldier, steady as a rock. Should be poker players or something.
If you want a game of cards later.
Not with you three, not for sure. Definitely not. Hope you enjoy, and thank you very much for your time.
His dessert is a chocolate brownie with kirsch cherries and cream.
I've eaten a lot of desserts in this room, but I have to say I think this is possibly one of the best. Cherries are wonderfully soused in kirsch. No, it's just fantastic. I want to eat it all.
You've got a sort of warmth here, and there's the crunchy top to it, but there's a soggy, yielding middle. And it's all very chocolatey. You know when they put on biscuits double chocolate chip? Well, this is 6 or 7 times chocolate chip. It's really good.
3 critics with nothing to criticise. It's perfect.
It's cocoa, chocolate, and then you burst into a cherry. That's nice. Perfect.
Oh my goodness me. We get to that final fence and you just want it to be perfect. But there we go. Done my best. Is it good enough? Up to the experts, as they say.
Kirsty, 15, the starter goes out, yes?
Yes.
Kirsty's menu looks to me like a menu that's put together by someone who really has a passion for food and flavours. Smoked haddock and bacon soufflé is exactly the kind of dish you'd see on any contemporary restaurant menu. Difficult to do and challenging.
Still in the oven.
Needs to come up and be light and airy. Doesn't need to be too eggy.
You're happy?
I'm getting there. I've gone back to square one when it comes to tidiness.
Stuff everywhere. Before they sink. Quick, let's go. Whoa.
Wait a minute, just let me just chip something off you. How long have I got?
Now. Well done.
Sinking. Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Hello.
Texture's there.
Very light. It's like the filling of some sort of dream bacon and egg pie, isn't it?
It's well made, technique is good, seasoning is good, it looks very nice. Very hard to argue.
My one criticism is I actually think there's a little bit too much bacon, a little bit too much for the haddock. But it is rather compelling as well.
Light, it's fluffy, and it's full of big, smoky fish flavour. It's lovely. Right, Kirsty, come on, mate. Main courses.
Yep.
Minutes.
Guinea fowl, hopefully it will come to life with the morels and parsnip and potato puree. Sounds a bit sweet.
If it's pulled off, it could be a terrific plate of food.
Can't decide whether to pour it to gravy or to separate. I'm just having a crisis of confidence in my gravy. No, I'm going to put it in a dish. Right, I'm out of here. I'm going out with my gravy. Straight back from that.
Thank you.
Kirsty's main is guinea fowl leg on potato and parsnip puree with sautéed morels and baby onions, courgettes, and a shallot, morel and sherry gravy.
I really like what she's done with the guinea fowl. Lovely crisp skin, meat's got lots of flavour, and I really like the parsnip and potato puree. The morels, they're not really adding anything to the dish. It's more like a sort of posh accessory.
It's a set of quite nice ingredients, not badly cooked, and the sauce lacks a bit of punch.
I think you could say that it's a nice plate of food, but not a very exciting plate of food.
Looks really odd. It's a really unusual combination of ingredients. The guinea fowl itself is succulent, and also like the meatiness of the morels. What I don't like is the watery courgette and the watery onion on top of all of that. I think there's a real lack of direction. Nothing really comes together.
The lemon and blueberry tart down to two things. Is there enough zing in the lemon filling, and does the pastry crack?
2 minutes, please. How you doing, Kirsty?
Fine, thank you.
Of course, you should be serving by now. Come on, Kirsty, is it important where the last blueberry goes?
Yes, everything's important to the last drop.
Her dessert is a lemon curd tart with blueberries and cream.
I'm going to be a bit brutal here. If you scrape this off and you get down to the nub of this pastry shell, it's a very, very heavily engineered piece. It's very, very thick.
It's very solid. I mean, it turns into shrapnel at the slightest pressure.
The lemon filling is basically lemon curd. It's a very good way to make a quick lemon tart that you can then give your mates. It's not a very good way to make a quick lemon tart that you can then give to us.
Not quite what you expect from this stage in this competition.
Lemon curd's nicely balanced. Decent lemon tart. A tart case filled with lemon curds and blueberries on top. I'm really sorry, I don't think it works.
I really hope I've done enough to go through. I mean, I think it's come to be just a kind of great adventure, and I really don't want it to stop now.
Okay, Danny, you've got 15 minutes on your first course, please.
This is Danny Goffey's menu, lobster bisque. A bisque which requires long cooking of the shells to get real depth of flavour.
It's nice.
Have you rescued it?
I think it's okay.
Come on, Danny, we're gonna go, mate.
Danny has served a starter of lobster bisque with buttered lobster tail, paprika, chives and caviar.
It's not the colour of a lobster bisque. It's sort of the colour of a 1970s velour sofa.
Pretty well balanced. I don't know if he's poached the lobster within the soup, but it's really nice.
It just doesn't have the kind of intensity and yara that you expect a lobster bisque to be.
It's not the worst soup in the world. It's quite nice. And he didn't overcook the lobster, and that actually is quite hard.
It hasn't had enough time to mature. I like the lobster. I actually don't mind the texture of the soup at all. It just doesn't have enough base flavour. It starts, flavour of fish, you start to get it, just doesn't stay with you. All right. You've now got 12 minutes for your main course.
Really?
How long does that fish could take?
This takes 10 minutes.
Well, you better get to the oven, man. Are you still going to attempt to try and do hollandaise and spinach?
Yes, but I've got a very quick recipe for the hollandaise, which I can just do in a process. It could take 2 minutes.
Herb-stuffed wild trout with new potatoes, spinach and hollandaise sauce. Well, that sounds great, but it's quite complex. So it'll be interesting to see if he can pull it off.
It's curdled.
What's happened?
Hollandaise is
That works.
curdled, no.
Has it? So what do you do? Spinach and the trout.
Right. What time I put the trouts in? 7 minutes.
2 minutes, please, Dan. Go. Go, go. Smile. That's it. Perfect. Carnage.
Hi. How are you?
Very well.
A bit of a nightmare. Unfortunately, there's no hollandaise sauce. Really apologise, but there is quite a lot of juice in the fish and stuff, so hopefully maybe.
His main course is wild trout en papillote, stuffed with onion and parsley, served with new potatoes and garlic wilted spinach.
It's brave of Danny to cook something on papillote because you cannot tell whether or not it's cooked.
Unfortunately, it's just not cooked, and which is a shame because I can see that it could have been quite nice.
I wish the hollandaise had come through and I could say something nice about it, because there ain't anything here to shout about at all.
There are issues on this plate. Danny got himself in an absolute fluster and we can see the result. We've got sashimi, trout sashimi in a bag. Good? Yeah. Right, your famous souffle. Go on, do it. Are your souffle moulds ready to go?
Yeah, they're in there.
Right, your oven on the right temperature?
I just need, the oven's the right temperature. I need caster sugar.
You're right, mate. We're doing well.
Oh, man.
Souffle, which is all about timing. I mean, Danny's a drummer. Presumably, timing is his forte. But again, this is ambitious.
Come on, let's go, go, go. Quick, 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 quick.
Sorry about the wait there. Actually, I'll give you one first, because you're very good to wait all the other times.
Thank you very much.
Danny has served his rhubarb and strawberry souffle with a rhubarb coulis.
This is looking clean, elegant.
I think the rhubarb coulis was quite nice because it's quite sharp.
It's kind of like a kind of smaller, lighter baked Alaska type idea. And he's actually done it very well. It's a lovely, delicate little thing.
It's sweet, it's small, and it didn't outstay its welcome.
Hints of strawberry and hint of rhubarb. Just lovely souffle.
I just had a real nightmare. It just got on top of me from my early sort of stages of doing the soup. It was a bit hectic, and it's really hard work. It's really hard work.
Today was always going to be really tough. Critics' Day, 4 very good cooks. I think the best competition we've had so far.
Phil today, I think, had an absolute cracker.
I totally agree.
John, he put a smile on the critic's face, and that is not easy.
I don't have a criticism over that starter. I thought the pigeon was beautifully cooked. I know the critics thought it might have been a little bit raw, but it worked really, really well.
I mean, it looked a picture. They went on his main course. I mean, duck cooked brilliantly, crispy skin, lentils full of flavour, but still attractive on the plate. And then the chocolate brownie and those cherries that just burst flavour as soon as you bit down on them.
I've given it every ounce of the big man's effort, and hopefully it's enough.
Today, Phil was marvellous. Phil, we agree on, is through.
Agreed. Nick's menu, I thought, was really well thought out. Scallop ceviche.
I like the flavours. I thought they were sharp. They were clean. They were quite exciting.
Nick's main course, lots of work involved. It was a nice dish.
Beef was cooked very, very well. Mushroom sauce, decent, yes.
The dessert, great concept. Ta-ta-ta, but that pastry was not quite cooked enough, which was a shame.
Decent, I would say, from Nick. Sort of stuff I'd really like to eat.
I got it all out on time. I tried my best. I'm absolutely wringing wet with sweat. So you can't really ask any more, can you?
In my opinion right now, Nick and Phil are safe, and I think we need to make a decision between Kirsty and Danny.
Kirsty's souffle I thought was lovely.
Well risen, good body, lovely, lovely flavours, and a very, very good souffle.
Main course, bit confused. It wasn't quite right. The lemon tart, you and I couldn't agree with. I quite liked it.
Thick pastry, lemon curd, and a few blueberries dropped on top. Not a lot of skill there, I've got to say.
Kirsty's food lacks a bit of excitement. It was functional.
It was very important that I impressed with 3 dishes, because that's the only way you're going to get to the final. After coming so far, it would be just gutting to go home today.
I felt for Danny today. He got himself in such a fluster. His first batch of lobster bisque just did not turn out. At least he had the temerity to be able to turn around and make a second batch of soup. The actual lobster itself inside the soup was really tasty. The soup, not enough depth. Danny's main course, I was so looking forward to it. Hollandaise sauce curdled. Inside that parcel was trout, which was half cooked, half raw.
Souffle? I thought it was delicious. Really delicious.
I think the amount of stress that I was under, you know, kind of reflected it. It's just a mad day for it all to happen, I guess.
Danny's menu was really ambitious. Danny doesn't do safe. He's creative. It's a dangerous place to be. When he gets it right, he gets it spectacularly right. Today, he tripped up a little bit.
And actually, Kirsty didn't make any mistakes. She just served the food she wanted to cook, and we were underwhelmed by it. We've got to try and find the real talent, the people who can go through this competition and actually cope with the finals. Really, really don't want to see one of you leave the competition. The person leaving us is Danny. Danny, thank you so much, mate. Thank you.
It's all right. I knew. Cheers, man. Cheers, big boy. Do it for me. Thanks, guys. Nice one.
Hey.
Bit of a nightmare today, but... All right, nice one. Good luck to everyone. Do. Great. I suppose I'm disappointed, yeah. I think I just did try to do a bit too much. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I really had no idea of how much I would be absorbed by this. I feel very happy to have got this far. I'll take away a lot of mad memories, lovely memories. I guess it's back to writing songs next week.
Congratulations, you are our 3 finalists. Well done.
I'm thrilled. I'm delighted. I just cannot believe it. Seriously. If I'd said at the beginning that I was going to get to the final, I would never have thought it.
I've got very mixed bags of emotions right now. I'm absolutely over the moon. I sort of can't wait to sort of phone and tell my mum. Really happy, really, really happy.
Absolutely fantastic. Just would never have thought in a million years I'd be stood here today. Oh, I'm really, really proud of myself.
Well done.
No, it gets serious.
Next week, it's the MasterChef finals. Kirsty, Phil, and Nick will be pushed to the limit.
Ooh. Mayday! You won the World Cup. This is easy.
Our celebrity MasterChef champion is...
Well, we're back in the kitchen tonight making perfect puff pastry at 7:30 with Nigel Slater. And it's your obscure knowledge of types of bread we need for Pointless at 5:15. We're over on BBC Two now to New Zealand for Wanted Down Under.